Today we have a special guest, Hilton Buys, a seasoned professional with decades of experience at Weba Chutes. Today we will be talking about Weba's 40-year celebration. Thank you for being here, Hilton. What was it like when you first joined Weba Chutes, and how has the company evolved over the years?
I started with the company in the early 90s, and it was a small company mainly doing belt drives, gearboxes and the likes. And then Mr. Bala started with this brilliant idea, starting with a Weba chute. I had to build the first Weba chute inside in the workshop. The language barrier was also not of, we didn't understand each other. He had the idea in his head. Me being at that stage a qualified boilermaker starting with the company, it was difficult to, comprehend or understand what idea he had in his head. But eventually we came to understand when we started. Remember, the main focus of the company was gearboxes and, like I say, belt drives. So we had to start from scrap plate, joining plates together, cut on the guillotine, cut with a cutting torch, put things together. From there, it evolved where we went now, with computerized, and later on, we had Erwin joining us with the computers and all that type of things, and things just, went from strength to strength up till where we are today.
Can you share some of your most memorable moments or projects during your time at Weba Chutes?
Yes, one of the most memorable projects, that we have done at Weber, project at Semenko at the bun loaders. But the 17 buns where we had to erect big structures with the chutes on top of it, with the trapper car on top, do some drilling, core drilling with bolting in the walls and all that. I had to get through the wall, very thick walls. Prior to that, I was sitting, Mr. Bala, all the guys in the drawing office and planning on how this thing's going to get together. And I explained to them what's my plan and so on. And then Mr. Bala asked me, Hilton, there's 17 buns. How long do you think it'll take to install this? I said, Mr. Bala, 17 days. This is impossible. If you do it, I'll eat my head. I said, okay, no problem. Let's start. So, right, we went to site, we prepared everything, material and the spares, everything, and we started pre-assembly. I said, no, but you must remember one thing. If I say 17 days, I'm talking about starting to install, not the pre-assembly. He says, no, 100%, it's impossible. I said, okay, fine. All I need is, we had a small forklift in the workshop. I said, that's all I need is the forklift. Started the first one, obviously a little bit tweaking here and there. Started early in the morning, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock the night we were done. It was installed, complete. Second day, Mr. Bala pitches up there and he, guys, no, do this, do that, do this. Obviously, I just stood back. Second day, end of day, it's not finished. Then we went to the third day. Then when he came there, and he came and he looked at me and he says, do you want me here? Do you need me? I said, no, Mr. Bala, I'm fine. I said, but just give me a chance. Let me do the installation. And I started on day 4 with, obviously with the third one. Day 4, end of day finish. And so it went on. But, if you take everything together, I took 17 days to install all 17 of these bun loader chutes. But yeah, that's one of the projects that I still remember, and that was many years ago.
Okay. How do you think the company's core values and mission have contributed to its success and longevity?
In my view, the core values of the company is, we have a close net, I can almost say a close net family. The way we work is, if there's a problem, we all sit around the table and we discuss and we see what's the best way to do it. We all have, I suppose, the same view and the same plan on how the company will proceed in future.
What motivates you to continue working at Weba Chutes, and how has your role evolved over the years?
It's the camaraderie that keeps us going. That is important.
What else?
It's not a 9 to 5 job. You stand up in the morning and you've got, like they say in Afrikaans, with a lead in your heart. You want to do it. It is part of you.
Yeah.
My role has evolved, quite substantial. When I started, like I said in the beginning, I started as a boilermaker on the shop floor. And then from there, I went to go do the projects for Mr. Bala. From there, we were doing installations, from installer now doing sales. Then I moved from South Africa, to the Botswana, being now the responsible person in Botswana.
Hilton, in your opinion, what sets Weba Chutes apart from other companies in the industry, and how has this contributed to its 40 years of success?
What sets Weber apart from companies in the market is we are good in what we do. We take the client's challenges at heart. We do nothing else but transfers. We go into the plant, we have a look, we survey, we assess, and then we go back, we design the fit for purpose chute.
Can you share a particular challenge the company faced in the past and how the team worked together to overcome it?
One of the particular, specific things that I remember clearly is, I think it's 1999. We had a chute that we had to install at Makwa Sands in Bransapai, which is, I think it's 1,700 kilometers from the workshop. Now, we prepared everything to go down, the team, their bags, everything. And then Mr. Bala came and said, you know what, no, man, I need you to take a trailer down. I said, but what's the trailer for? Just a couple of idlers, conveyor idlers that you need to take down. Then this trailer rocked up at the workshop, but it's packed to the brim with idlers. And I'm driving a 2-liter Isuzu Paki, double cab with my guys, with tools, everything in, obviously rigged up to go do the installation in the Western Cape. Long story short, we drove battling. This trailer is overpowering the Paki, but eventually we drove, and I remember when I came into Kimberley, some of these idlers fell off, and it was a hullabaloo. We had to stop traffic, pick up the rollers. Obviously, rollers, it runs all over the show.
Really?
It was actually funny. We're running around, picking up these idlers, putting them back, making sure it's secured right. But nevertheless, we came there, at least safe in Bransabai, and we were on site. Come on site and we look, what's going on here? We're on the sea, small little plant. And where's the material that's going to run through there? But nevertheless, we stripped the old chute, fast moved, took it out, put the new chute in, and they started commissioning the plant. But it's seaweed coming through on the conveyors and sticks and things through the back. Well, the chute ran about 10 minutes and it blocked with all the seaweed and sticks and all that. Then we had to jump in there, all of us as a team, start cutting out the dead boxes, only to find out we were misinformed. The material specs, this was never conveyed to us what's running through the chute. We cut the chute, the dead boxes out. We installed liners. We got plate from the workshop guys. Some guys cutting, liners and some, cutting the dead boxes out. And right, at the end of the day, late night, everything runs fine. Next day, we said, right, we're leaving. We decided, no, okay, we'll leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. Just before I got into Carnarvon, I was now tired and all that. I said to John, good driver, and I said to him, John, please take over, drive. He drove from there. I think he done 5 kilometers. And then he rolled a bucket. I managed to get to the hospital, tried to phone Mr. Bala, couldn't get hold of him. But Mark then managed to get hold of Mr. Bala, and he started driving from Bransabai, him and Umtris, the hospital. But when we came there, when we went and had a look at the buggy, well, it's stuffed, but we can still drive it. At the hospital, they said to me, you need to go to another hospital. We cannot help you here, we need to take you to Kimberley Hospital. I said, how far is it? No, 650 km. I said, no ways. So long story short, we drove. I think we left there 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock the afternoon. The next morning, 6 o'clock, we arrived in Joburg. That was a memorable thing because as a team, we managed to save the situation. We worked it out and it worked out a success.
Okay. Weba Chutes has a reputation for innovation. How have you witnessed the company's commitment to innovation throughout your tenure?
The innovation with Weba, there's a couple coming to mind. Number one, that I'll never forget was the project we done at Crusher number 3. The challenges was the chutes at the crusher didn't last, coming from the rock box at the main. That's actually basically call it the heart line of the mine. Went in there and we had a look at their issues. The transfer, was totally wrong. I called Dewald in and the design team and Elwin, and we had a look at it, made sketches, and I came back, took pictures and everything. We had a look at it. We went to site. We assessed the problems. And we came up with a design of a chute with the dead box system, QRL, which is our quick release system for ease of maintenance. But long story short, right, we installed a chute. It was in 2017. The chute they had in there was lasting 6 months. Then they had to change it. And the price of changing that chute was absolutely exorbitant. So we installed a chute 2017. To date, it's still running. Very little to no maintenance on it. The second one, also Botswana, on the run of mine area, they had big boulders. People laugh if I say it's size of tombstones, but we're talking rocks coming through 1 meter by half a meter, falling 3 meters onto a grizzly feeder. And then from there jumping over, some of the rocks even jumped over the crusher that's in front of the grizzly. But it was an absolute problem there. So again, we went through, Mr. Pala and I, we had a look at it. We called in our design department. We had our ideas. We put heads together. We came up with a new design. There is where we introduced what we call the swing door, where the big rock, instead of rolling, bouncing, it falls again, lands against the swing door, which is, I think it is 7 ton, hanging there, and then it breaks the momentum of the rock. It falls down nicely onto the bed of the grizzly, and then it works out. We had a second door for in case some of the smaller rocks wants to jump, and then we take it gradually into the crusher. Also, that has been running since 2018, and it's also running perfectly. Then thirdly was also run of mine from the primary crusher, Big Mike, from the rock box onto an apron feeder. There's an apron feeder feed chute that they have there. And we looked at it and, they had plenty stoppages, breakdowns, lots of production, hours and hours of loss of production. I came up with my idea. I discussed it with Dewald, and then we came up with a chute with liners. Nothing special. It's liners. But the difference is we could monitor the wear of these liners while the plant was in production. The previous chutes, you could only realize that there's problems when the chute was breaking apart. So I think that is one of the better of the great, designs that we came up with, and it's working like a charm.
What role has the company culture played in your job satisfaction and overall happiness at Weba Chutes?
The company culture is we are, family orientated. You can talk to seniors and they will listen. We work as a family together as a team. For me, that is important.
Over the years, how have you seen Weba Chutes contribute to the local community or industry at large?
Over the years, Weba has contributed to the industry in terms of, dust emissions. Our chute is designed in such a way that it shows, and we've got tests that we run from the conventional chutes to the Weba chute, to show, and we've got proof that the Weba chute is designed in such a way that our chute does not create so much dust. There is a little, sometimes there's a lot of dust conveyed on the material itself, but the design is in such a way that, when the material comes in and the top manipulates the stream with reverse flows and all that, at the end of the day when the material comes out. And I think the difference with what makes the difference is we do not drop the material onto the belt due to the Weba design. We actually gradually let the material flow going out onto the belt at the same speed as the belt going out. So that creates this absolute fantastic transfer where there is no dust generation from the transfer itself.
How do you envision the future of Weba Chutes? And what advice would you offer to new employees joining the company?
For the future of Weba, let's keep doing what we do best and see if we can better what we are doing.
Weba Chutes is known for its strong team spirit. Can you share some insights into how teamwork and collaboration have been key to the company's success?
Weba is known for its team spirit. It's like when one goes out and you're really facing a challenge on a transfer where you look at something and you say, I'm not 100% sure how we can resolve this problem. We come back, look at it. You come back, you take whatever pictures, everything you have, whatever information you can gather. When you come back, when you sit as a team together with, for argument's sake, the design office, when you exchange ideas, come up with a solution, proposal, you give it through to the client, we do a presentation, client buys into it, we design, we deliver, we install. At the end of the day, it's not just install and walk away. We look after the transfers, we make sure everything is fine.
What has been the most rewarding part of your journey with Weba Chutes, and what legacy do you hope to leave behind?
The most rewarding part with my journey at Weba is all the projects, all the installations that we have done. And the nice feeling is walking away from that project when it's done and you know it was a success. That is what makes it worth it.
In celebrating Weba Chutes' 40th anniversary, is there a message you'd like to convey to colleagues, clients, and partners who have been part of this journey?
In celebrating the 40th anniversary of Weba, there's so much one can say. You know, we as a company have started from, I can say humble beginnings to where we are now as an international recognized company. This was built over the years. Yes, obviously we had our challenges, but we worked on it and we made a success of it. And I think we are one of the leading companies in transfers, if not the leading company in transfers.
Thank you so much for your time, Hilton. Please join us for another episode in the future.